Welcome, wrestling fans. We are coming to you from Lodi tonight for a dual meet between Lodi and Wisconsin Rapids. 106-pounders. They just jumped out and started to give us some people's names. Gavin Jacobs, your Red Raider at 106 pounds against Levi Ness of Lodi. 113-pounder Landon Freeman against Drew Luckner. 120-pounder Johnny Pyburn was going to take on Caleb Lord. Matchup at 126 pounds. Carter Freeman, your Red Raider, against Evan Clary from Lodi. The matchup at 132 pounds. The Red Raiders will have Aiden Armagast. And he will take on Braden Dorhorst. 138-pound matchup looks like this. Mason Tritz, your Red Raider. Owen Breinig is his opponent from the Lodi Blue Devils. The matchup at 145 pounds, Lucas Bean will take on Evan Stevenson. The matchup at 152 pounds, Jeremiah Peters for the Red Raiders against Lodi's state champion, Zane Licht. The matchup at 160 pounds, the Red Raiders have Mark Jeske. Well, they've changed that, Bennett Weidman. And this will be Kyler Clements. 170 pounders, Mark Jeske. And from Lodi, Mason Breinig. Wrestling at 182 pounds, the Red Raiders will have Kyler Tritz. Scheduled to go is Mason Lane from the Lodi Blue Devils. Matchup at 195 pounds, the Red Raiders will have Ben Klingforth. And he will take on Isaiah Grosskopf. Next weight class is 220 pounds. The Red Raiders will have Tanner Gormanson. He'll take on, from Lodi, Nick Week. $285-pound matchup. Lodi will receive a forfeit to Henry Keppen. Red Raiders will forfeit at that weight class. Draw weight for tonight is 113 pounds. We got to thank Joyce Bennett for giving us the mat side seats, as we like to say here on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. My name is Scott Tesh. I'll be giving you move by move. Joining me in the broadcast area is Mr. Louis Bennett. We'll take a short break as we have our national anthem. And we're back now after the national anthem was played. Lodi have good power in the Division II side of things. They're 12-4 the dual meet side. They finished second place in the Bob Downing Scramble, which the Red Raiders were at. And they finished second in the Fond du Lac tournament. They finished first in the DeForest tournament. Their head coach is Cody Enders. And assistants are Chris Persky, Bo Lane, Chris Sokol, Casey Persky, and Bryce Ziegler. Volunteer coach, long-time name down here they have listed is Mr. Jack Reinwan. Coach, you know a lot about Mr. Jack Reinwan, long-time wrestler for you at Lincoln High School.
Yeah, and he's had a real good career down here. He coached here, what did he tell me, 29 years, and they won a lot of meets down here. But Jack was, when I first started coaching, Jack was on our team, and then he went on to become actually the first NC2A champion for the University of Wisconsin. So he's had quite a career. He's wrestled at the international level. So yeah, he's a good guy, and it's good to be down here with him.
Yeah, it's good to see him and talk to him a little bit. He's always around the wrestling here, and especially at Lodi. 113 pounds of draw weight, as we had mentioned. Drew Lochner from Lodi and Landon Freeman, your Red Raider. This will be a brawl of a dual meet. Lodi
yeah, it's going to be a real test here, and then looks like we're going to forfeit a weight. So, two good programs. It's going to be a good meet tonight.
Red Raiders down a heavyweight wrestler tonight, and so they will give a free 6 points to Lodi. Collar tie and a sweep shot by Lochner. He missed that as Landon Freeman sidestepped that. Collar ties by both wrestlers. Sweep shot again on a shuck. Almost caught the ankle. Freeman in on a single leg at the knee. Freeman trying.
This kid looks pretty good.
They are pretty solid up and down their lineup, and he's countering pretty hard. Freeman got to make this count. Nice dump technique. No, says the official. Freeman got to get his hips
forward,
in.
Landon.
Lifts, takes him down to the Red Raider. Big takedown to start the dual meet.
I don't know what this kid's record is, but he sure looks pretty good.
They have one returning state champion in their lineup at 152 pounds. That's Zane Licht. He was a state champion in Division II at 152 pounds last year. Trying to lock up a cradle is Freeman. Now he's got it locked. Looking for near fall is Armagast. The referee is counting. He's got a 2 count. 3, he says. 3 near fall for Landon Freeman. These two I always get mixed up. And Lochner able to get the escape. Down to a front headlock. 5-1 the Red Raider after 1 period.
This kid's a pretty good wrestler.
Yeah, they're pretty solid. They're pretty tough. They're gritty. They come to wrestle again. They finished second in the Bob Downing Scramble, and that's a tournament that we were at earlier in the year. Freeman on the bottom to start the second period. Lochner's going to try and control and ride. Freeman to his feet, working on hands, got the 1 point in the escape. 6-1 the lead for the Red Raider. Lochner with a quick shot in. Got to the leg, but only with one hand. Freeman got back to neutral. Shot in again on a reshot by Freeman. Got it elevated. Switches the legs, putting the hip down on the mat. Climbs up the body. He's got a takedown. It's 8-1. Landon Freeman
does pretty well on that reshot.
That's how he scored off that first takedown as well. Lochner took the shot in.
Right. Yep.
And Freeman with a reshot. Freeman cuts him loose once they get to their feet. It's 8-2 with 52 seconds left. Little weak reach-in shot by Lochner. That's a better one. Freeman countered that. Underhook by Freeman with head position. Now he loses the underhook. Arm pass again by Lochner. Freeman with another reshot in. Got stopped part way. Trying to get to a high crotch setup here. Steps through the trip. Takes him down on the edge of the mat. Nice job of staying in bounds, Freeman.
That was a nice series.
Out of bounds with 11 seconds left, second period. 10-2 their lead for the Red Raider. Freeman covers Lochner trying to hit a stand-up. He's up to his feet. Freeman drops in on a double, trying to save control with 2-1 end of the second period. 10-2 the lead for the Red Raider Freeman.
This is a tough match.
Yeah, it is.
Landon's one of our better kids, and this guy's giving him all he wants here. Scores 10-2, but boy, they've been some battles.
Freeman on top now to start the third period. Crossbody ankle pick. Lochner plants that foot, comes up to his feet. Freeman crawling up the body, gets back in control. Trying to get to a cradle. Lochner's controlling that arm over the shoulder. Lochner's trying to control that wrist, build up to a higher base. Coaching staff wanting Landon Freeman to cut him loose, get back to his feet. And either you didn't see or didn't hear, one of the two.
Well, this duel is going to come down to bonus points.
Exactly.
It's going to come real close, and so they're going to try and get as many extra points as they can here.
And now as they went off the mat, one warning against Landon Freeman for stalling. Then he cuts Lochner loose. It's now 10-3 with 55 seconds left. Freeman needs a takedown to get back to a major. Nice wrist control. Around the corner he goes, trying to get a cradle from the feet. Lost the head. Comes into a double. Sits him on the seat of his step in two. Takedown Freeman. 12-3 the Red Raider.
That was a nice series by Landon.
He's really putting together a good match here.
These takedowns haven't been easy. They've been 4 of them, but they've been all out of scrambles kind of.
And it's not the first main shot that scored him. It's a second or a third one each time.
Yeah.
7 seconds left. It's 12-4 now. Freeman's got to stay on his feet here. He does. Winning the match by a major, 12-4, Landon Freeman. 4 Red Raider points on the board, 4-0 after one match.
That was a good match.
Yeah, it was.
I think that was a really good kid, and Landon wrestled really well.
Rapids has choice in this matchup at 120, so they have to put their wrestler to the scoreboard first and check in. Johnny Pyborn, your Red Raider, coming out against Caleb Lord from Lodi. And Lord,
we could be the underdog here.
Yeah, and Lord comes right out, backs Pyborn off the center of the circle. Pyborn got to give it the takedown. Lord leads 2-1 now on the cut loose. Lord in on a single leg at the knee. Trying to elevate. Pyborn trying to get his hips down in a way.
Attaboy, Johnny, stretch it out.
Lord circling towards that knee. Pyborn fighting hard on the edge of the mat here. You got to keep wrestling here. Lord sat through that and came up with a single on the far side and got the takedown. Cradle coming. Pyborn's got to pick some hands. Rolled right through it. No points here. Pyborn's got to pick some hands here. Pyborn in deep trouble. 47 seconds left. 1:16 on the fall for Caleb Lord. 16 points in the Lodi column. They are ahead 6-4 after 2 matches. Again, that's something that you just cannot give up is the pins and the extra team
Well,
points.
they definitely were the favorites there, and they were trying to get those bonus points, and they got them. And again, when this is all said and done, it's going to come down to who scores the most bonus points.
Exactly. Carter Freeman, your Red Raider, 126 against Evan Clary for Lodi. You're going to be looking for Freeman to do the same thing here that happened in the last match. Get a pin for the Red Raiders. Clary, a long, lanky 126-pounder, slide by, back trip, take down, Freeman. Tried to get a quick tip for near fall, couldn't quite do that. Wrist tied up underneath. Rolls through with a hip tip. And they're going to cut him loose, I think, with a little harm here. Yep. 2-1. Carter Freeman. Clear with his shot. Freeman, a limp arm over the top. Gets the takedown as he covers him. Can't get careless here.
Well, he wants that hip tip really bad, but you got to be a little careful. He gets himself in a little. He's such a good athlete. He can do a lot of things.
Freeman's going to try to cut him loose here. Give him a little harm on the way up. 4-2, Freeman.
40 seconds left in the first period.
Hard snap by Clary.
These Lodi kids are pretty good wrestlers.
25-second shot in by Freeman. Dump technique takes him to the seat of his step in, covers him up. 2 takedowns, 6-2 the lead for the Red Raider right now. 15 seconds left, first period action. Wrist tied up underneath again. Hip tip coming. Got a count of 1, and that was it. 6-2 the lead after the first 2 minutes. Freeman of Rapids. Cleary's choice, he defers. Freeman's choice, he's going down.
What year is Cleary, Scott?
Cleary is a junior, Evan Clary. Freeman to his feet. Clary with a spiral ride here. Freeman trying to do something with that leg. He's got kind of hung up here. Now he's working his way back to a double leg. Got the ankles lifting high. Trying to turn and crawl up the body. To reversal. Freeman got a near side cradle locked. Cleary's going over for near fall. Freeman's got a chance to pin him here, and a minute 20 left to do it. Now he walks that leg over to the shoulder. Cleary's rolls back across his shoulders. There it is again. There's the pin in 2:54.
I didn't know if he was going to be able to hold him there.
I didn't either. His grip was coming apart.
He was rolling around, yeah. That was a big pin.
Yeah, it was. 16 points for the Red Raiders. Now 10-6 after 3 matches. This is Aiden Armagost at 132, scheduled against Brandon Dorhorst. And Dorhorst is a name from the wrestling side in Rapids.
Well, these are both throwbacks. Armagost and their dads probably wrestled on the same team.
They probably did, or at least pretty close.
The one thing that hurts Aiden a little bit is his size. He's a pretty small 32-pounder.
And Dorhorst into a single leg right off the bat. They're out of bounds.
Dorhorst is a lot bigger than Armagost.
Oh, yeah. Armagost in a nice shot. Got to
That
a
was
double.
a tough shot there.
Climbed up the body and got a takedown. That was nice work. got a wrist tied up underneath on the right side. Now Door Horse fighting that out in front of him. Pins it to the mat. Roll attempt by Door Horse. Armagast snatches an elbow, tucks it underneath pretty tight. Got to get him off his high base, though.
Their two dads were two of the best ones we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Nate was a really good wrestler out of the Door Horse family.
And a scramble on the way out of bounds.
Oh,
Armagast
good thing
controls.
we got out of bounds,
Yeah.
I think.
54 seconds left. Door Horse will go down. Armagast will cover. 2-0 the Red Raider with a lead. Door Horse to a high base right off the bat, hitting a switch on the way back. Armagast trying to re-switch. Can't do it. Too much power for Door Horse there. 2-2 the match right now. Armagast knee slides out to the front. Door Horse just snatches him back underneath him. Armbarred. Armagast sits back with a switch, gets a reversal. 4-2, got a bar and a wrist now. 15 seconds left. Oh no, Door just sits back on him. Two reversal Door Horse. 4-4.
This is quite a match.
You can see where the power you mentioned and the body size is the advantage for Door Horse. 4-4. Second period coming. Door Horse going down.
The problem with that bar is if you let that guy get a base, you're probably going to get reversed.
Ankle pick.
Come
Door
on,
Horse
Aiden.
up to a high base, steps in with a legs ride, and steps out of it as he gets him flat. Got a bar on the right-hand side.
Aiden's pretty aggressive, almost too aggressive at times. So here we are a little bit high on that bar again.
And they go off the mat. Armagast in control. And we're going to check to make sure we got the right positions again.
The team score is wrong, isn't it?
Nope, it's correct. 10-6. Armagast should have had choice in this match. Now we're checking to make sure who's got choice, who didn't have choice, who did what on the choice. Aiden Armagast deferred his choice. Door Horse on the bottom. Now he's up to a stand-up, working on hand control. Door Horse had him Armagast had him stuffed, but out of bounds.
Armagast's really aggressive, almost too aggressive at times, if there is such a thing.
Roll attempt. Doris is able to fight up to his base quite easily here all the time. And
well, I think he's got a little size and power advantage there. Boy, Aiden really wants that bar, don't he? But there again, when that guy gets up to his knees, that's how you get in trouble.
Yep, they lost control. Armagast with a shot as Door Horse comes walking in. Armagast with a takedown, takes the lead back, 6-5.
He's wrestling really good.
44 seconds left, second period.
This is quite a match.
Arm tied up underneath in a barbed wire.
He's not interested in riding. He's interested in getting...
Look out, Armagast got his leg tied up underneath.
He gets into that Granby.
To a reversal, Door Horse, 7-6. Armagast's working on hands as he's coming up here. 6 seconds left. Dorhorst able to ride him out in the end of the second period.
I hope he can get going. He's been a little weak in that third period lately. That's not being critical. It's just
stating the fact.
Yeah.
Armagast to a high base now. Got that trailing arm trap. Loose bar by Dorhorst. Now he loses that. 7-6 the Red Raider. Armagast trails. Spiral ride by Dorhorst. Dorhorst throws the legs in. Got a scramble here, and then Dorhorst gets him under control temporarily. What a wild match. Armagast steps over the top. He's got the reversal. (8-7) with a minute left. Armagast.
What a match this is.
Oh.
He wants that's that Granby.
Here's the roll again. Keep those legs scissors apart. .35 seconds left. Got to get wrist tied up underneath.
Armagast leads 8-7. We're down to about 25 seconds. One of the better matches I've seen this year.
15 seconds left. 8-7 Armagast. Got to get his head up here.
Dorhorst wants that Granby.
Keep scrambling, Aiden. Keep scrambling. The buzzer went off. Buzzer went off. We'll see what they call. (9-8). They stay with the score on a late call.
I really don't agree with that call. Dorhorst was trying to get that Granby situation the whole time and finally got it. What a great match
got
that
part
was.
of it anyway. Wasn't real clean. 3 points in the Lodi column. It's now 10-9 right now. The Red Raiders lead. This is Owen Breinig against Mason Tritz at 138.
So we're up 10-9?
Correct, 10-9. Breinig is a senior for Lodi.
That was a big match.
Yes,
it was.
it was.
A great match, too.
This is Mason Tritz, your Red Raider. Couple of long, lanky wrestlers here. Starting to quiet down a little bit. Everybody taking a breath from a wild couple of matches.
That was a great match. That last
it was.
One.
Underhooks, body locked, launching pads loaded. Don't quit there.
Come on, Mason. We got to get a match out of this guy.
Worrying about fixing his headgear right off the whistle and then got caught in a single leg. Dump technique takes him down. 2-0 Breinig. Tritz trying to control that wrist over his shoulder. Owen trying to get to almost like a spladle, but then backs off of that. Now Tritz comes out to face him here. Again, here's where the power is lacking in some of the Red Raiders.
Come on, Mason. Come on, buddy. Finish this, buddy. We could get this here on the edge of the mat.
2 reversal Tritz at the edge of the mat. Stayed with it long enough. And they're off the mat. 2-2, 28 seconds left first period.
That was a good series Mason put together there. Keep your head up, buddy.
Stay big in the middle. Get your head up. Keep stepping over. There you go.
I'm not sure about some of these calls. How could that be stalling?
Well, as he was stepping over to regain control. Warning, stalling, Tritz. Again, the much harder start by Brainig on the bottom. They were in the same position again. 2 seconds, 1. Tritz regains control at the buzzer. 2-2 after 1.
That was a good period for us.
Tritz on the bottom now. Tritz to a sitting position, got his head down towards his knee. Now you got to turn up and face him here.
2 guys that both want a cradle.
Yeah. Tritz gets stuffed with his head down here, trying to come out, see if he can get it to one side or the other, and come up with the leg of Brainig. Tritz coming up. Oh, and he let go like body lock now. And he backed out of it. He backed out of the body lock and got himself
I don't know
in.
if he backed out of it. That guy countered him pretty well.
Brainig's getting near fall.
Got big trouble here.
Yep.
That's too bad. He was in good shape, too.
Tritz got to fight this off. He could get pinned even though he's outside the circle. Brainig's inside of it yet. 45 seconds.
Come on, Mason. Fight this. And as long as their feet are in,
Yep, and they're out.
they're still able to wrestle.
3 near fall Brainig.
That's too bad. We were in pretty good shape there. We got 24 seconds left, and Tritz is down 5-2.
No start off the bottom by Tritz, and he gets locked in a cradle. And
He
he's
wasn't
in
ready
trouble.
for that at all.
Wasn't ready for the whistle. Just sat there.
Maybe not.
Rolled over the top of the cradle, got back to belly. But 3 near fall. It's 8-2 right now at the end of the second period. It's one thing that I just can't understand is why you wait. Instead of beating somebody off the whistle in the start, make them
Well, that's
catch up
because
to
you're
you.
not wrestling out there.
I guess. But I would think you'd want to take the offensive and make that guy catch up to you and counter you, and you be the lead.
While we have blood time here, if you are missing a key fob to your vehicle, it is up here at the announcer's stand. Key fob to the GMC.
Dual meet so far looks like this. Landon Freeman at 113 pounds. Defeated Drew Lochner 12-4 in a major decision. Red Raiders up 4-0. At 120 pounds, Caleb Lord of Lodi pinned Johnny Pyburn. At 116, Lodi took the lead 6-4. At 126, Carter Freeman got the pin back and 254 over Evan Clary. Red Raiders up 10-6. Brandon Dorhorst came up with a last-second call to win 9-8 over Aiden Armagast. It's now 10-9, Rapids leading. This is Mason Tritz at 138. Owen Brinig at his opponent from Lodi. We started the dual meet at 113 pounds, so we'll end it with the 106 pounders. Brenig's choice chose on his feet. Tritz trying to sit through with a barrel roll, couldn't do that.
Mason's wrestling pretty well. He got hung up in that cradle a couple times.
Slide by attempt by Reinig, and he gets the takedown. Pretty easy. Tritz now got to come work off the bottom. He's dangerous if he's on top, but he's got to get there first. Hard cross face. Walking up a cradle is Brainig.
Get those hands break them up.
And
Mason.
Tritz is in the cradle again. Got to use his hands to do something here.
It's like we're in trouble again here now.
Near fall coming, and we're looking at giving up extra team points here if we don't get pinned. Tritz picks the hands finally. Goes stomach down, but not out of trouble. 3 near fall, 13-2 right now with 50 seconds left in the third period. Crossface again, now to a barbed wire, now back to the cradle. Just tugs that head down to the knee and locks the cradle up again. Tritz breaks the grip this time, but a barbed wire going the other way. Near fall coming again. $15 seconds left. $10 seconds left. Mason gets stomach down. They're going to cut him loose. 3 near fall, 16-2. Owen Brinning with a win.
He fought that off pretty well.
14 points for Lodi. It's now 13-10, the dual meet, with Lodi jumping out in front. Lucas Bean against Evan Stevenson, probably. Now they're going to forfeit to Lucas Bean. Bean gets a forfeit for the Red Raiders, puts them up 16-13 right now, and that means Lodi will be doing some moving here. And this is probably Evan Stevenson going up a weight class. This is Evans.
They moved Lick up a weight too then, huh?
Evan Stevenson. Stevenson with a takedown on Jeremiah Peters. They're going to move Licht up another weight class. Their state champion. And Jeremiah Peters in some deep trouble here.
He threw a pretty good headlock and couldn't hold it.
And Stevenson just wraps him up in a cradle here. Minute 27 left for Jeremiah Peters to fight this off. Potentially dangerous. 3 near fall. Stop for potentially dangerous, hand across the throat. Hard start by Stevenson. Arm bar run over by Stevenson. And he's trying to settle in Jeremiah Peters. 52 seconds left. And there is the pin in 113. 19-16 the dual meet right now in favor of Lodi, coming up to the 160-pound matchup. This is going to be Mark Jeske, your Red Raider. And this is going to be Zane Licht.
Wrestling at 160 pounds from Wisconsin Rapids, Mark Jeske. From Lodi, Zane Licht.
Ben Wyman going to go up to 170. And Licht in on a quick double leg and a quick cut loose. Jeske, the huge underdog here to the state champion in Division II. Duck under for a takedown. 4-2 now. Duck under again. Jeske with a shot to a single. Got a reach in one. Looks trying to lock up around the body here. And he cuts Jeske loose again. 6-3.
This Licht is pretty smooth.
Oh, yeah. Hence, that's why he's a state champion. 8-4. Duck again. Take down for Licht. 10-5 right now and a cut loose. .47 seconds left in the first period. 10-5, all Zane Licht. Bad shot, a little short drag by. 2-point takedown Licht and a cut loose. 12-6.
They're trying to get those bonus points too.
Yep. Yeah. 14-7. Duck again easily. Steps through the trip, takes him down. 16-7 right now. Look with a little ankle bite in here on this near side, trying to work cross body. 5 seconds left. Licht's going to just kind of hang out here and run the clock off the end of the first period. 16-7.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just the first period.
Yeah. The only good thing is, if he only gets a tech fall, it saves the Red Raiders a team point. Again, bad shot from too far out and too slow.
Jeske battles in here, though.
To take down Licht again. Gonna
Come
try
on,
to
Mark.
cut him loose. 18-8. Jeske with a reshot there.
Well, he battles.
But
He's a fighter.
He got stopped head down
Just
though.
Overwhelmed here with talent.
It's 20-9. Tried a shot again. Just too quick is Licht. (22-9). Minute left in the second period. Farmer locked up. And this is going to be tight.
This don't look so good.
There's a pin for Licht. And 3:06. Lodi opening up a lead now, 25-16. This is going to be Ben Weidman at 170 pounds. Kyler Clements coming out here.
Okay.
Kyler Clements getting moved up a weight class to face Ben Weidman.
Are these both moved up a weight?
Yep, from what they were announced at anyway. Weidman working an arm tie, then breaks free. Weidman with a shot, got stopped. Back to neutral on their feet. And just what we talked about early on, a good, solid lineup for the Lodi squad. Shot down low by the knee. Got stretched out and stopped temporarily. Weidman's trying to work it in, and they're out of bounds. .110 left, no score, 0-0. Shot, a little step in with a leg sweep. Almost got that, but not quite. Hard whizzer by Weidman, and in a scramble we go.
No.
Oh, they give a takedown. And Weidman was underhooked the leg, lifted it up. Now it's 2-2, but the score is tied. Score is tied now, though, at 2-2. Could have been 2-0. Weidman with a lead.
I don't know what he was thinking calling that.
Weidman trying to get a locked up cradle here, but lost that. 2-on-1 wrist ride. Clements got his wrist free, comes up to a base. Weidman cross body, working on that elbow. End of the first period here. I guess the score is 2-2. Lodi's choice, they deferred. And Weidman's choice, he's going down. Start the second period. The Red Raiders definitely need a win here. Weidman to a stand-up in a hurry. Working on hand control. Keeping his feet moving, keeping his hips away. Warning, stalling, Lodi. Lift, Weidman blocks. Hard switch attempt. One, loss of control. Weidman gets the point. Three, 2. Weidman with a lead at this point. Weidman with an arm tie.
It's a tough match, too.
Tried to clear it, but couldn't. Back to neutral. Underhooked by Clements with head position. Off the mat they work. Weidman with a low shot at the knee. Trying to circle around that knee. Trying to get to a double. Trying to come out the backside here.
Lodi's got his ankles.
Legs. Clements is picking an ankle. Weidman's trying to turn and stack him on his head.
Keep your hips up, buddy. Keep them up.
Clements is hanging on to the ankle for dear life here, and Weidman's trying to pop the head out. Weidman got the head out, now see if he can complete a takedown here. Clements just burying his head and picking some ankle, that's all he's doing. Weidman's trying to work for a takedown. Stalemate.
Probably the right call. I don't think either one had the advantage there.
3-2 Weidman with a lead. 19 seconds left, second period.
Come on, Ben. We need a takedown, bud.
Counting from 5. End of 2 periods, 3-2 Weidman with a lead. Clemens' choice. He's going down. Hard start by both wrestlers. Set out attempt. Weidman countered that. You can see the size difference there again a little bit, can't you?
A little bit, yeah. Do we have a stalling warning on us?
No, it's on Clemens. Weidman with the wrist control on this left-hand side.
Keep that wrist,
Reaching
buddy.
in through the thighs. Spiral ride by the Red Raider. Stacks him over the top. He lost the half. Weidman into a single leg. Tied up at 1 apiece. 57 seconds left. Weidman in instantly on a shot. Weidman's working. 35 seconds left. Trying to turn. Got the takedown.
That was quite an effort.
Yeah, that was. 31 seconds left, 5-3, Weidman with a lead.
This is a tough duel, tough match.
Roll attempt by Clemens.
Lodi
on the
really
bottom.
likes to roll, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Weidman stopped that, got a wrist tied up on the left-hand side. 17 seconds left. Counting down from 10 right now. Weidman in control, riding, leading 5-3. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Ben Weidman with a 5-3 win.
That was a great match. Ben Weidman wrestled really well. That's a tough match.
They've all been really good matches when
Yeah,
we've had,
yeah, really.
a somewhat even matchup here on
Yeah,
the mats.
really.
Kyler Tritz at 182. You'll either get Mason Brinning or Mason Lane, one of the two.
It's a big guy he's got here.
This is Mason Lane. Lane's a junior for Lodi. Shot by Tritz right at the ankle.
Boy, he's got some quicks, don't
Yeah,
he?
he does. Trying to pin it down here. Out to a Polish double out the backside. Lane lifted on the leg. Got a cutback on him and got a takedown. Tritz up to his feet. And they cut him loose. 2-1 Lane.
They counter really well. They get
Yes,
down
they
in those
do.
scrambles.
Both wrestlers a little feel out mode here. Collar ties, break apart, collar ties. Slide by attempt by Lane, missed.
Lane looks like a pretty good wrestler.
Crowd gets absolutely quiet here in the Lodi Gymnasium. Blocked by Lane now. Tritz would have shot in. Got stopped coming in, just barely. .22 seconds left. Lane leads 2-1. Tritz with a shot in deep on a single. Lane with good counter. Tritz dumps him, takes him down.
Wow.
3-2 the lead for the Red Raider at the end of one.
That was a good effort. Good
Yeah, it
second
was.
effort.
Tritz deferred his choice. Lane chooses
This
down.
guy's pretty dangerous from down.
Oh, yeah. And again, you can see some size difference here in the two bodies. Tritz probably a light 182-pounder. And Mason Lane probably a full-blown 182-pounder. 1 point escape. We're tied at 3.
Yeah, Tritz is probably going down for the regional.
Lane with a shot in. Tritz counters. Front headlock. Lane gets back to neutral on their feet.
3-3 with 1:15 left.
Lane with a shot in on a sweep shot. Around the corner. Got it elevated now. Tritz tried a little cutback in there and just got outpowered. 5-3 Lane. You may be able to get that cutback on a guy that's not quite as good, but maybe not on the real good guys. 38 seconds left. Tritz got time to score here. And he gets the escape. 5-4, 30 seconds. Duck under. Missed it. Reshot again. Tritz around the corner. Got caught with his arms out.
This Lane is pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty quick. Stalemate. Seven seconds left. 5-4. Lane with the lead. Tritz with a blast double. Gets Stone coming in. End of the period. Tritz going down to start the third. The escape should hopefully get it to even, and then we'll see what they do on their feet. Tritz to his feet, high base. Lane cuts him loose. Shot in by Tritz right away. Got a single. Lane countering hard. Dump technique by Tritz takes him down.
Got a boy.
7-5 the Red Raider.
He earned that takedown.
Don't get reversed here. And they're out of bounds.
This is a tough road to hoe here now.
Yeah, boy. Don't get up high. Got a legs in loose. Lane strong enough to stand up with it, and Tritz cuts him loose. 7-6.
Well, we've had a
Tritz
lot
with
of
the
these
lead.
matches, haven't we?
Yeah. Shot by Tritz, or excuse me, by Lane. He countered. Tritz with a fireman's takedown.
Nice.
Beautiful reshot.
That was really nice.
9-6 the Red Raider with a lead.
Gets up there too high right away.
Yep. And Lane up to his feet. And Tritz cuts him loose. 9-7, 45 seconds left. Not out of the woods yet. Lane with a shot. Almost got there. Can he crawl into it? Tritz trying to sprawl back. 20 seconds left. 10 seconds. They're back to the neutral on their feet. Shot in by Tritz. Ankle picked by Lane. Tritz, 9-7 with a win.
That was a great match. Way to go, Kyler.
22-25. Red Raiders crawling back in a little bit.
Was two good wrestlers.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Two good quality
Kyler
kids.
finished strong.
£195 weight class coming up here. Ben Klingforth, your Red Raider, probably Isaiah Grosskopf.
He's been eligible. You're at 195 and weighed in at 170.2. 72.2. They were reading it for
We're ineligible.
Ben Klingforth. And we'll see. This is Isaiah Grosskopf. Grosskopf, a junior for Lodi. Lodi will be the favorite here in this match for sure.
Yeah, we're little again and a little underexperienced.
Probably a lot of both there on our side.
Afraid so.
Klingforth put in the lineup here lately. Grosskopf's not real committed to a shot yet.
We just don't have a lot of depth. We try to fill in as best
Yep.
we can.
And again, the Red Raiders will give up 6 points at the heavyweight weight class, so it's actually 31-22 right now.
Yeah, I think we're a little undersized here, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't understand it to the score table. Somebody supposedly weighed in too light.
Well,
That'd have been us,
the
huh?
score table thought misread the weigh-in sheet on Klingforth. Said he weighed in at 170.2 pounds, and he actually weighed in at 172.2 pounds.
I got it.
So those 2 pounds made the difference that he's able to wrestle at 195. As Grosskopf gets a takedown.
Oh, no. We get caught in that cross arm thing a lot. Getting out horse there a little.
Oh, for sure. Klingforth's got 15 seconds if he can fight this off. 10 seconds. Couldn't do it. 153 on the fall.
That ref must think these are 1 second falls, huh? Because that was a 1 second fall.
31-22 the dual meet right now in favor of Lodi. This is going to be Tanner Gormanson, probably against Nick Week. Red Raiders' choice in this match, so they have to put their wrestler to the scores table first. This is Nick Week. Yeah, not too sure who you'd favor here. Week, short and compact, 220-pounder. Gormanson a little lankier. Gormanson can be dangerous at times, but then again,
Let's go, Gormy.
we'll see what the Red Raider can do here. Week in on a single leg, takes Gormanson down, 2-0 the lead. Minute and a half left first period. Gormanson to his feet, worked on hands, got the escape. Gormanson, underhook on the right side. with some head position from time to time, and they back off the mat. 2-1 the lead, Week of Lodi. Week's got a deep underhook on the left-hand side and head position. Gormanson slides out of that. Little limp arm action. "15 seconds left. 2-1 Week. Slide by. Can he get him to the mat? Week's heading out of bounds. No takedown. Good slide by there.
He's got a good slide by.
Gormanson's choice, he deferred. Week's choice of going on their feet. 2-1 after 1 in favor of Lodi. Arm drag by Gormanson. Missed that. Week went too far by him. Slide by, hard, but missed it. Week wants that underhook. $1:15 left, second period. Same score, 2-1 Week. Week with a shot in, and Gormanson stoned him cold coming in. The warning, backing off the mat. Warning stalling on Week, backing off the mat. Slide by again. Can't quite get around.
He's starting to take control of this match, though.
$38 seconds left, second period. Snap by a Week. Gormanson not there. Arm tie and to an underhook by Gormanson. Needs better head position though. Now back to an arm tie again. 5 seconds left.
He's starting to take control of the match, though, I think.
But does he? Can he put together enough wrestling, to complete it? Gormanson's choice, he's going down, trailing by 1. Starting the third period. Gormanson just puts his head on the mat. Now he starts building to a base. Got to get hand control. Week trying to lift to a body lock. Gormanson turns and faces him. He's got the escape. Launching pad could be loaded here if he wants it. Body lock, back trip, takedown, Gormanson.
The boy Gormy. It should have been an escape and a takedown.
Yep, should have been. Should be 5-2.
But it's not.
Scoreboard says 4-2. I guess we don't get the escape. Just can't get Week off his base here. He's just sitting here. There, you got him off his base now. Keeping that wrist tucked underneath. 55 seconds left. Weak to his feet, body lock again. Gormanson takes him down. Can he catch him on his back? No. Earlier in the year, he'd back out of those body locks.
These are two pretty good 220-pounders.
Right now, Gormanson's staying right, winning those body locks and winning those couple of takedown attempts. 18 seconds left. 4-2. Gormanson continues to ride. Got a wrist tied up on the left side. Gormanson going to ride this match out with a 4-2 victory. 3 Red Raider team points, 25-31. Lodi is in the lead. Red Raiders again will forfeit at 285. So Henry Keppen will get the victory at 285. And at 106 pounds, Gavin Jacobs. Is this who this is walking around here, Coach? Lodi's heavyweight getting his headgear strapped on. He's going to receive a forfeit. 37-25 dual meet locked up for the Lodi Blue Devils. Final match of the night, 106 pounders. Gavin Jacobs against Levi Ness. Ness is a long, tall 106 pounder.
Yeah, I think he was a 4-year letterman when they introduced the seniors. 4-year starter.
Jacobs with some elbow control underneath, but Ness with some underhooks. And they're out of bounds. 1:27 left first period. On their feet, no score. Underhook by Ness. Ness spins into a high single leg by Jacobs. Now Jacobs to a double with a head inside. Gonna elevate. Trying to find a way to spin out of this. Get a takedown, steps across, locks the leg. Jacobs trying to turn here. And a re-switch by Ness in the scramble. No points yet, either wrestler. Now Jacobs back to that same position, Ness sprawling back. Stalemate. 14 seconds left, 0-0 yet. Jacobs with a shot in, Ness with a counter in the end of the period. No score. Not a bad first period for the Red Raiders.
I don't think so. I think he's wrestling pretty well. The Lodi kids get that ankle pretty well on that scramble always.
Jacobs on the bottom to start the second, come up to his feet temporarily and gets taken back to his base. Ness with a legs right on the right-hand side, working cross body. He's just trying to hip him over right now. Jacobs rolled through it temporarily, now back to a base. Don't stop moving. Ness is high. Jacobs with a reversal. Nice job there by the Red Raider.
Yeah, really.
He felt where he was, up on his shoulders. 2-0 the lead with 1:10 left, second period, the Red Raider. Jacobs working on the right side with a tight waist on the left hand. Legs ride thrown in as Ness come up to a high base. Crossface to an elbow is Jacobs.
He's wrestling pretty well here.
Yeah, he is. Got control of this guy. 25 seconds left, first period. Jacobs still in control riding, keeping the hips flat on Ness. Just as I say that, he pops to a base. And they're out of bounds. Jacobs still in control, 7 seconds left. Now, they can't allow him to score a point here. Good start by Jacobs. Took him off his base right away. Tight waist, arm control, and a 2-0 Jacobs.
He kind of knows where he's at. He's got pretty good savvy here.
Jacobs is going down, and Ness chose top. Oh, nice hard start by the Red Raider. Jacobs, that's what you like to see. Made Ness chase him to start with. Close, but not quite on the reversal. Legs right again by Ness, working cross body. Jacobs with a narrow 2-0 lead right now. Jacobs hanging on to that hand at all costs here, trying to control that hand. Is obviously the long arms and legs of Ness. He's going to look to cradle somebody. Jacobs takes him over top of his head. Got a reversal. Wow. Good wrestling by the Red Raider 106-pounder. 4-0 the lead with 1:02 left. .47 seconds left, still 4-0 the Red Raider. Working with a half and a wrist control. And has basically stopped Ness on the bottom here.
Well, he's wrestled a really good match. I think two pretty even wrestlers, and he's won the scrambles.
Half and a wrist again by the Red Raider, 20 seconds left.
And he's still going after points.
Good for him. Trying to rip that arm out again. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Evan Jacobs going to get a win. 4-0 at 106 pounds. Final dual meet score 37-28. Red Raiders hurt by not having a 145-pound slot that they could fill, and no heavyweight. That's 12 points. That would have taken it down to 28-25 in the dual meet.
Well, we lost the duel, but I'm going to tell you there were some really good individual matches there, and it was exciting. Like you say, had we not given up those extra points, it could have been a little different ball game. But any way you look at it, it was exciting. It was a good dual meet. I thought our kids wrestled pretty well for the most part.
Yeah, the Red Raiders and Lodi put on a heck of a dual meet. If you want to watch good wrestling, you could have came tonight and seen that. Hopefully you'll watch it on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Red Raiders have a busy schedule coming up this Thursday. They take on DC Everest and Wausau West in the DC Everest Gymnasium. That'll be at 6 o'clock, the first dual meet. Follow that about 7:30 with the second one. That's a remake of a rain-out, ice-out deal that the Red Raiders have a couple, and then they'll follow that on the next week right away early with a Stevens Point dual meet. So the Valley Conference is going to heat up hot and heavy for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, and there's some good matches in there too. Everybody has a few good kids.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for sitting in with us again. We really appreciate it.
Okay, and thank you for doing this. Appreciate it.
Joyce Bennett, we thank her for giving you the mat side seats, as we like to say here on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. We'll bring you more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestlings when we return to the Valley Conference. After this short break, we'll get a quick message from Scott Bennett. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back. And we're back now at Lodi Fieldhouse. Coach Scott Bennett, thanks for stopping by. We haven't had much chance to talk to you because of weather and all kinds of strange situations, but glad we get to talk to you now.
There you go.
Red Raiders have a heck of a dual meet tonight with the Lodi squad here. Lodi wrestling power in the state for a long time.
Yeah.
Always got quality programs, quality teams. The Red Raiders fall just a little short, 37-28 tonight.
Yeah, it was one of them where we knew it was going to be a meet. That was close.
Right.
And we won a couple of close matches. We lost a couple in there that we probably needed to win. They won a coin toss. That really changed.
Right. That makes a difference.
It made a difference at 160, 170 is where it made the biggest difference for us. And we just, lost the match down there early on. Tough call. Close matches, sometimes calls don't go your way, and it didn't go our way. And yeah, we're banged up. We had a couple guys out of the lineup, and just didn't have enough to win tonight.
Start off with Landon Freeman, a 12-4 major. The Red Raiders got off on the board the right way, extra team points, and we talked about this. You have talked about it. Your dad's talked about it forever. Win these tough dual meets, you need to get an extra team points here and there and not give up any. And Landon started off with gaining 14 points.
Yeah, and that was one where getting the bonus was big. We, that was going to be a tough match. We caught that near fall early in that first period, and that allowed us to wrestle for that major. And he did some really good stuff. He's had some matches that didn't go his way here the last while, and I thought he wrestled really well. Just did some things technically really well that are going to give us some wins down the road, and I was really happy just how we wrestled.
And you're looking at these dual meets, maybe not so much right now, the win and loss, but you're looking at what can that do for your team down the road, as you had mentioned, preparing them for a conference tournament, regional, sectionals, hopefully state.
Yeah, for sure, and Landon, like I said, there's a couple spots where he had not been able to score, and we did those things tonight. So I think a lot of progress and looking for big things from him.
120-pounder, he put Johnny Pyburn in there tonight against Caleb Lord, just a little overmatch, and he gets beat on a pin. Hopefully not going to give up the extra team points, but you're kind of figuring that anyway.
Yeah, we had a little 6-pounder weighed in up. We were going to run him up to 120, and the kid was a full-size 20-pounder, and it just too much weight. And I thought Johnny actually wrestled sometimes, you get tossed out there in those spots, and he actually fought that second takedown. He made a shot at that first one, and I actually thought he wrestled pretty well, given the situation.
Right. Carter Freeman, one of your studs at 126, came back and did what you were hoping he'd do, get a pin.
Yeah, and that was one of those matches where we thought we had to get bonuses, and the kid made a couple mistakes, and Carter was going to score eventually on those, and found that pin, and it's exactly what we needed, and he's wrestling really well right now.
Right. Tough match of the night at 132. Aiden Armagast against Brandon Dorhorst. Dorhorst, again, used to wrestle. The dad used to wrestle for the Red Raiders back in the day. His son is now on the mat for Lodi. Aiden was ahead in that match until the very, very end in a scramble. The ref gave a call that maybe wasn't there.
Yeah, nothing changed for 10 seconds.
Right.
And then the horn sounded, and the other guy got 2 points, and nothing changed.
Right.
If the kid had the reversal, give it when you think it's there.
During the match.
But not when there's nothing we can do. And we had to sit on that leg. We had a leg lock up, and I mean that's a textbook spot that Hayden did exactly what he should do. I mean we didn't want to get in that situation.
Right.
But we got there. It's a spot that it's a college wrestling spot, and he was there, and I don't think the points were there, but ref maybe had a different view than I had. My view, obviously biased a tad.
Yeah.
I thought we were okay. Yeah,
We thought we were okay too.
Disappointing. Because we knew that was that match that probably was a real deciding point in that meet, and got the momentum on their side.
Right.
And team points on the wrong side for us.
Mason Tritz at 138 comes out and gets a major put on him by Owen Brainig.
Yeah, and we were 2-2 in that match, and that second period we got to our feet. I thought we were going to get a reversal, got to our feet, and all of a sudden the floodgates opened on us, and
came
then we
apart.
got dinged up in there, and we gave up a lot of points, and that's not a typical Mason match.
Yep.
And I thought that was a match that was going to be close, and it was that first period, and I thought we had a shot to win that match. And again, those 2 matches put us in a hole that we probably weren't going to get out of at
Right.
that point.
145-pounder Lucas Bean comes out, and they move a guy up and forfeit the Bean at 145. Move their guy up to 152 against who you put in, Jeremiah Peters, and Peters gets pinned in a minute 13.
Yeah, Cole Black's out right now. He'll be back. He's out, and Jeremiah Peters is a 38-pounder wrestling behind Mason, and we had to put somebody in. We had nobody else that weighed that much, and
Right.
other guys were a little bit too heavy. When Cole went out, kind of changed our lineup a tad. We need to get him back in the lineup, and we put Jeremiah in a pretty tough spot. He went out through a headlock. He tried.
It was close.
Just he didn't quite know how to finish from that spot, and didn't quite work out. So
160 Mark Jeske gets a 5-3 win over, no, wait a minute, I take that back. We got Zane Licht at 160 over Mark Jeske, and that's their state championship guy. He's really quality.
Yeah.
You've seen that on the map.
yeah, and when they got the coin flip, they were able to get him up, and we couldn't do too much.
Right.
45, obviously, things would have changed down low, and just didn't work out. But Zane is he's real good. That's the 3rd guy of ours that he's beat this year, and Mark was overmatched.
Yep.
And we wrestled him. Disappointing that we got pinned in that one. It was one where we had to try to save maybe 1 team point,
Right.
but we weren't able to do so, and that just put us in a hole that we were definitely in trouble in.
Ben Wyman comes out at 170, gets a 5-3 win over Kyler Clemens. That was a heck of a match to watch. And again, Weidman comes out on top.
Yeah, and that's their 60-pounder, so we weren't giving up weight. That was the match that was supposed to happen down at 60, and they pulled a 70 out that we thought Mark Jeske could have beat, and that's kind of a major point in that match on that coin flip for them. And
Back to the coin flip again, and where...
it made a huge difference in this meet. And Ben wrestled good. Again, couple calls in there that, man, we had to wrestle for some points. I thought we had more points than that, and I didn't think they had quite that many. But again, my view is very different, and Ben wrestled through that, which you have to do.
Right.
If things don't go your way, you have to stay focused. You have to, find those spots where you can score, and he did that, and he's very good in those kinds of matches,
Right.
and those are the matches that he's going to have to win moving, on to the, sectional state tournament stuff, and for us at individual or team sectional.
Right. Kyler Tritz at 182. Hard-fought 9-7 win over Mace Lane, and another really good wrestling match to watch.
Yeah, I was proud of Kyler wrestling there. I didn't know when it got into that 4th, 5th, 6th minute, that kid looked like he was still bringing
Right.
it. And Kyler out-wrestled him at the tail end of that match. And those are the matches that are going to get him deep into this postseason. Being able to win those tough matches when he's got to score late.
Right.
And I thought it was an excellent match. And I thought Kyler wrestled great.
And again, a lot of those guys look to be full-sized weight class wrestlers, and some of our guys, again, are pretty light for their weight class they're in.
Yeah, and that kid, again, big 182-pounder, big strong kid that wrestled well. So
195-pounder, you put in Ben Klingforth against Isaiah Grosskopf, and they're going to be the favorite in that match there, unfortunately. Sure. And so Lodi puts a pin on the board there.
Yeah, and it probably wouldn't have mattered. We had another guy that's coming off injury that we've got out there, and we're just struggling, at that weight class. Right. And Ben is way undersized.
Yeah, 172 pounds.
Yeah, maybe. Drinking water. So, but he came out for wrestling this year as a senior and wanted to contribute to the team. And he gave it his best effort out there. And
so credit him for that.
Stepped up and he did the best he could, and proud of him for taking that challenge.
Tanner Gormanson at 220, a 4-2 win over Nick Week, a more compact, powerful built guy. Gormanson a little more stretched out, but Gormanson had a pretty darn good match. That was one of the better matches I saw him wrestle so far.
Yeah, and I just wish we would have got into those tie spots a little bit more because he was better there.
Yep.
And, sometimes he doesn't. He's a little bit unsure of how aggressive he should be.
Mm-hmm.
When he finally got, locked up, he was able to score. And then even the second time when they kind of got the same position, he won again. And he just got to put himself in those positions more frequently and wrestle with just a touch more confidence in those. Yep. I get it. He's young and he's not, that kid was probably stronger than him and doesn't want to make a mistake. But when you're afraid to pull the trigger on stuff, sometimes you're going to end up in these close matches. And I think he could have opened that score up if we would have got going, but he won a close match. And again, same thing. We won 3 close matches in a row,
yep.
And those are the matches we got to win this time of year.
And I had mentioned during the match that earlier in the year and some last year when he got to the body lock stuff, he kind of backed out of it. He wasn't real aggressive in there tonight. Mm-hmm. Both times he won that. Yeah. Both positions.
Yep, he's just got to believe that he can win there, and he's got to get there more often.
285 pounds, the Red Raider forfeited there, and 106 pounds, Gavin Jacobs comes out with a 4-0 win over Levi Ness. Ness was a long, lanky 106-pounder. Gavin Jacobs put together one heck of a match.
Best match he's had all year.
Yes, I would say so too.
Did some things. Even he probably real close to getting that first period takedown. We probably just turned just a little bit awkwardly when he was trying to finish it, but we've been working on technique with Gavin because he's a kid who can wrestle deep into the postseason as well, and he did the things that we've worked on, the things we're asking him to get better at. And another kid I'm just proud of that he wrestled the type of match he has to wrestle to go deep into tournaments, and the best match he's wrestled all year.
Right, I thought so too. He put together one heck of a match. Now the Red Raiders jump right back into a really busy, thick Valley Conference schedule here with a couple of snow makeups and some double duels. And Thursday will be a double duel against DC Everest and Wausau West.
Yeah, so we wrestled DC Everest at 6 o'clock.
Right.
And then as soon as that's done, I think they said a 20-minute break, and then we'll wrestle Wausau West.
Right.
And not ideal, obviously. But it's the way that the Valley schedule fell with the weather the way it was this winter.
Right.
So, it's one of them matches where they're going to be two pretty decent meets that we wrestle well, we'll be fine. We just have to put together a little bit more complete match with, the 14 weight classes than we did tonight.
Yep. And then you turn right around, come back early next week with Stevens Point right away.
Yeah, we come back Monday with Stevens Point in Wausau West. And that one we wrestle after Wausau West and Spash, so we're probably wrestling around 7:30, quarter to 8 that night. So we'll have 2 late nights there.
Right.
And just what happens is when you get a snow out in wrestling, you can't wrestle on Wednesday nights. And
right.
Gyms are taken on a lot of Tuesdays and Fridays with boys or girls basketball or gymnastics at some schools, and all of a sudden maybe a Monday is open, and ended up running out of time, and it's where it fell. So
that's just what you have to do sometimes. I know what it's like. Spring sports are kind of the same way. You get weathered out a lot, and you just have to kind of make do, and this is the best that can be done right now.
Yeah, the wrestling one kind of kind of tough on guys coming in on a weigh-in on a Monday.
Right.
Makes the weekend a little tougher. And it was our plan, our schedule was to have this weekend off, and we're going to have to practice to, prepare for that. So,
Right.
But, it is what it is. So.
Yep. Coach, thanks for stopping
Thank
by.
you.
It was a good dual meet tonight to
Yeah, it
watch.
was.
Good competitive dual meet against two very good quality programs. So thank you very much. We
Appreciate
look to
that.
bring you more wrestling here on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media when we return to the double duel between Wausau West and DC Everest.